Welcome into the Cowboys Report. I am Tom Downey, and today's show is made possible by our good friends over at Manscaped. They make the Lawnmower 4.0 and the best men's grooming products out there, and they're offering a special Black Friday deal, 25% off when you use promo code Cowboys over at Manscaped.com. We'll make sure that link gets put in the comments section, the description as well. A big thank you to Manscaped sponsoring today's show. Remember, it's Black Friday. You need an extra stocking stuffer to help you do you-know-what. Manscaped is the perfect way to go about it. Let's break down what's on tap for today's Dallas Cowboys Report. Unsurprisingly, we're going to begin with some more on Odell Beckham Jr. There is a Jayron Kearse injury update. Don't panic. Everything's fine on that one, but there is an update for you guys there. Tyron Smith, the potential return timeline for him also included, and we'll break down some Terence Steele praise because I have been very impressed this year by how well Terence Steele has done. And you got me, Tex. He got me. Thank you, by the way. It is my birthday. I am now officially old. I'm 30 years old. If you type in HBD or happy birthday, whatever, I'll make sure to show you some love in the comments. But thank you all. I don't mind being here on my birthday. That makes it quite okay with me. So good job there, Tex. You got me on that one. Let's break down instead the overall what's going on here with Odell Beckham and the Dallas Cowboys, where things sit on that front. There was some notable updates that came out of yesterday's yesterday period. The big one is that Odell Beckham will visit the Dallas Cowboys on December 5th. Now, the Cowboys are among the finalists to end up landing Odell Beckham Jr., and Jerry Jones also said he spoke with Beckham over the phone on Thursday. Now, that got reported as he took a visit. No, over the phone only. Beckham will visit the Cowboys on December 5th, and according to Josina Anderson, that is not the first visit he will end up taking. Per Josina, who is quite tight with Odell Beckham, so I trust this report completely, the Giants will end up getting visit number 1. Timing still to be determined there. The Bills get visit 2. Cowboys get visit 3. Those are the only 3 currently planned visits. The Chiefs and the Ravens, with no mention of the 49ers, by the way, teams that are in the mix there to potentially land Odell Beckham, as Jerry Jones will hit his quote on what he had to say about Beckham. Odell could help us. I believe that right now. Now, we got to make it fit. That's the challenge. I think just the general how we make this fit is the challenge. All of that. Availability is huge, but the financial part is really huge too. Now, we'll break this down more in depth on Sunday as well, but I fully expect a creative contract for Odell Beckham where it's the first number you see might not really be the number that is accurate, but it'll have a lot of incentives, triggers, clauses, a very unique contract that you don't often see in the NFL. Very different than the most basic one ever of Amari Cooper when he first signed his extension with Dallas. But OBJ does give you a rare December upgrade. That doesn't happen in free agency. That's not how the NFL operates. Those guys signed months ago. It's a unique scenario here where there aren't very many good free agents. If you have a chance to get one and it can help your team and it makes sense financially, why wouldn't you go about doing that? You are not getting great production right now out of your receivers beyond Lamb and Michael Gallup. Noah Brown is very much cooled off after a decent start. He's been a bit banged up, by the way. Jalen Tolbert gets a couple snaps a game and isn't all that good. Kevontae Turpin's a gadget player. Other guys are on IR. I think you should want to find a way to get Odell Beckham into your organization, onto your roster, purely from the, God forbid, CeeDee Lamb goes down, knock on wood. If Lamb goes down, you are in dire straits at the wide receiver position. That would not be the case if you were to have a healthy Odell Beckham on your team and on your roster and able to contribute from that standpoint. And what you're aiming for Beckham is a playoff impact. That's what you're looking for. He in the postseason, before that torn ACL against the Bengals, he was playing great. Great game against the Cardinals. Great game against the Bucs. Great game against the Niners. He might have won MVP of that Super Bowl if he doesn't go down early on the turf against the Bengals. So I'm hopeful you get something resembling that come playoff time for the Dallas Cowboys. Prediction time. Will the Cowboys sign Odell Beckham? OBJ for yes or no BJ for no. It's the pinned comment on today's video. So if the ad break comes here on YouTube, that's fine. While it plays, take advantage of it. Head down there, type in OBJ for yes, no BJ for no. Let's talk Jayron Kearse now as he left the game with a dislocated right shoulder. Good news for the Cowboys and Kearse. He did return in that game, which hey, you know what? You got the mini bye right now. Good chance to get him fully healthy and get him back on track, as Kearse did leave that game with that dislocated right shoulder. Kearse has not been as splashy as what he was in the past. He wasn't quite the same high-end impact player where he looked like one of the best safeties in the entire NFL. He has still been good, though, this year. 47 tackles, 4 TFLs, a pass breakup, 2 sacks. Now, the coverage stuff has gone down, way fewer pass breakups, no INTs either. But from a tackle TFL perspective, acknowledging the time missed because of injury, he's not that far behind what he did last year. There just are some reduced impact in terms of the stat sheet and the splash plays that, of course, every team covets on that side of the football. It is the holiday season, and today's Cowboys Report is made possible by our good friends over at Manscaped. Especially on Black Friday, got to start thinking about the gifts. Santa cares about his sack, and you should too. Look nice when you get naughty by going to manscaped.com and using promo code COWBOYS for 25% off and free shipping. Links in the comments section and the description to Lawnmower 4.0. It's the best men's grooming product out there. I'm already nice and scaped up because it is my birthday, and you guys know what that means. Manscaped.com, promo code COWBOYS, gets you guys 25% off and free shipping. It's a special Black Friday sale, so don't miss out. Go get that deal today. Manscaped.com, promo code COWBOYS. Links in the comments section and the description. Get you guys 25% off. Let's go to the latest on Tyron Smith, that he is working towards a return for the Cowboys, specifically at left tackle once he's able to return. Now, he could return, I think, at some point within the next 2 weeks. You got the mini bye right now. They're basically off this weekend, so you're not going to start the clock quite yet. Once he returns to practice, there's a 21-day window in which the Cowboys have to activate Tyron Smith, or he's out for the entire season. I think the next game for the Cowboys is against the Indianapolis Colts. They play in Week 13. I am not sure we'll get that activation on the return practice on Wednesday, but I would say within the next 2 weeks, we see Tyron Smith back at practice. Maybe it's after the Colts game, and they try to get him up to speed for Week 16 against Philly, Week 17 against the Titans. Short turnaround on that week, by the way, does kind of complicate things there too. But I think we are on the verge of Tyron Smith making his return back to the practice field, which is a big deal for the Cowboys. When healthy, which of course he hasn't been this year, Tyron Smith is still an elite left tackle. He was not very good against the 49ers in the playoff game. He was not good. But the regular season, he was same old Tyron. 2 sacks, 4 hits, 5 hurries, a 90.5 PFF grade on the ground. He was damn impressive. I have no doubts personally that Tyron Smith, once he's cleared, should be starting at left tackle. What do you guys think, though? Do you want Tyron back at left tackle over Tyler Smith, who we'll talk more about here in a moment? Y for yes, N for no. Sound off in the comments section if you think Tyron Smith should start at left tackle once, of course, he is back and healthy, which will take just a little bit more time from that standpoint. Y or N in the comment section. Let's hit Tyler Smith then next up here, as the Cowboys' current left tackle, to be blunt, was bad against the Giants. There's no way around it. 7 pressures. Kayvon Thibodeau had a fantastic game. Many of those reps coming against Tyler Smith. 2 penalties. I think the PFF run grade, the Cowboys ran the ball well. He's been a really good run blocker this year. Even though there is plenty of reason to be excited long-term about Tyler Smith, he's not there yet as a franchise left tackle, like being as good as future potential Hall of Famer Tyron Smith is. In almost the same amount of snaps this year, Tyler Smith has 4 sacks, 7 hits, 14 hurries, all numbers that blow Tyron Smith out of the water in a negative way. 10 penalties, by the way. The penalties have carried over, which is, it happens. It's okay there. He hasn't been bad. He's been serviceable. And for a very young prospect, I think you feel great long-term about Tyler Smith. But the short-term impact is that he's going to be better off at left tackle this year, so you can put the better version of the T. Smith at left tackle, bench McGovern, put Tyler Smith at left guard. By the way, I think his PFF run grade is too low personally, but you know what? That's a little bit more opinion than it is full-fledged fact. We'll keep you guys covered on all the latest injury news here on the Dallas Cowboys Report, so make sure you guys are subscribed. YouTube.com/@CowboysTV. We are getting closer to 142K. I would love to beat and catch the Commanders before those two teams end up playing. So make sure you guys are subscribed at youtube.com/@CowboysTV. Once you get Tyron Smith back, I think the move in offensive line is pretty easy. Connor McGovern goes back to being your key interior offense lineman, your swing backup guard. Jason Peters has already been getting work at left tackle. Tyler Smith has had some work at left guard. By the way, it's been the build up to moving Tyron to left tackle and Tyler to left guard. I doubt they'll put McGovern at center, but I wouldn't hate it. I do want to make one more note before we go today on the offensive line. I want to give Terence Steele some praise and give him his flowers. He has played very well so far this year. He is a fantastic run blocker in particular, and ever since his 4-flag game against the Bucs, he's cut down the penalties. He's had just one since then. That's a pretty big difference in terms of penalties from week 1 for the other 9 games of the season. And he's been very good this year. 1 sack, which is often a quarterback stat, as, hey, Dak got pressured on 21 of his 30 dropbacks. 0 sacks against the Giants. Good job by him. 4 hits, 11 hurries, borderline. In fact, it is elite run blocking overall. Terence Steele has been a very good player for the Dallas Cowboys this year, and that bodes quite well for his future long term. So before we go, because the penalties have been a problem, bully the Cowboys into fewer flags by typing flags right now in the comments section. You're not going to win playoff games with 13 flags. Got to get it controlled, so spam it right now in the comment section.